Hi, beautiful people. Happy weekend. Hope everybody is doing fantastic wherever you are in this world. Please do not take what I say as fact. Feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusion. So, as of late, there has been a new topic in regard to the Marvon McRae situation. Before we get into that, people, I just want to remind everybody that the main focus of this situation is Marvon McRae, who is still in a coma. And unfortunately, people seem to have lost sight of that, which is so sad. He is still supposed to be the main focus of this situation. Things started being derailed, in my opinion, when KJ felt that she wasn't and could not get full control of the story. She turned on Miss Letitia, in my opinion, and came up with a story that justice for Vaughn or the donations that people were giving to Miss Letitia was a scam. She then explained to her audience how she felt she was misled into giving donations.
I said to you, if you donated off false pretenses, which I was told falsely why I needed to donate off false information, get a refund. If you feel like you've been defrauded, file a police report.
And also how she requested a refund. In turn, in my opinion, she made a call of action for others to ask for a refund. That is why we are where we are today in regard to this whole refund situation. And this is where we have to now deal with Unirock being involved, the professional, the go-to, the best guy to investigate fraudulent fundraisers. Bullshit. A few days ago, Down the Rabbit Hole News made a video, Marvon McRae breaking news / exclusive. It just got real, a summons Letitia Bias. First of all, this is no dig at Down the Rabbit Hole. This is not coming for Down the Rabbit Hole. Absolutely nothing against her. So this is what she came out with. This was the breaking news. This was the exclusive. Also, please pay very close attention to what Down the Rabbit Hole mentions in her video, because after this, I am going to show you guys clips from Unirock's live that he did a day later.
Molly or the Justin or the LB and is close to Letitia, she needs to be made aware of this, okay? I think it's important. It was kind of bothering me. Part of it was because I don't know how well aware she is of this, but somebody that one of the people that made one of the reports contacted me and gave me some information. Basically, here's the DM. It says, try to find an address to serve set hearings. If she doesn't show up for a hearing, a warrant will be issued. I just know the time frame will they have to do. I just don't know the time frame that they have to do the hearing if they can't find her to give documents to court. They meaning Savannah PD is looking to serve Letitia. Okay, a summons basically. This is a summons. It doesn't mean it's a warrant. It's a summons. It can become a warrant, and so she is being advised, at least, to update her information or context of it. Now, let me be very clear. Justin, Molly, Unirock, Katie of the Joy, everybody else that's reporting on the story cannot just call Savannah PD and say, listen, I'm a blogger and I'm working with the person on this CRN report that the allegations being made against. No. If you're not listed on the report, they will not give you information. My understanding is that they're looking for an address and they're looking to serve her. Okay. So please, if you guys, Letitia, if you're watching this, you might want to call Savannah PD and follow up with them, because I called and they let me know they're not going to give out information to any blogger or anything like that. The only reason why I have information is because somebody from the reporting, and it sounds like there's more than one report, they contacted me and they let me know of what's tea in that situation. Okay, so heads up. Again, if you call Savannah PD and you're a blogger, they're not giving you any information. This is strictly for Letitia. They are looking for an address. They are trying to summons her. Okay. And there's a couple of people that are now in this report, and they're not talking. I've called Savannah PD. I've confirmed the CRN number. If you guys speak with Letitia, please have her follow up with Savannah PD. If she needs the CRN number, she can email me directly, and I can give that information to her. I do not want to be just blasting that information. Here's my email. It's on the scroll bar. She needs to follow up. She can't have Molly, Justin, or anybody else follow up for her. This is something, if you're not listed in any of these reports, then you really won't be able to receive any information whatsoever.
She mentions that a person who filed this report contacted her and gave her this information. Then later she comes back and she says there is more than one person that has filed reports, and one of them contacted her to let her know what the tea is. I totally disagree with that phrase that she used. This is not tea. People are being hurt. People are being harassed. And I'm talking specifically about Miss Letitia. The way Unirock and all these other people, because of him, in my opinion, are harassing this woman is just not fair. Now I'm going to play you clips from a live Unirock did where he piggybanks off the video that Down the Rabbit Hole News actually broke, which was an exclusive. He comes across in certain places to make his audience believe that he knew this information all along. He mentions Down the Rabbit Hole News, mentions certain things, but she did not say anything of the sort. This is what Unirock does. He grabs information from elsewhere, uses that information like puzzle pieces, and forces those puzzle pieces to fit his puzzle. Heads up. Please brace yourself for the mental gymnastics.
Basically, Down the Rabbit Hole News did an update yesterday. So the Dono Gals have been doing what they're supposed to do. And essentially, Down the Rabbit Hole gave a pretty good update also to how right now things are kind of coalescing. And I'm thinking like really soon I'll have what I can, give you to a place to email and call to file reports if you are someone that needs to do that too, right? The update basically as follows. I'm repeating from Down the Rabbit Hole News. It comes from people who are working with the refund issue. And they've said that a summons has happened to get Letitia to come in front of a judge. And it is, according to the Dono Gals, involving the fundraiser issue and, according to the Dono Gals, the harassment issue. So it's two different issues, and they both have their own kind of like things about them that I'm not good to speak on. My hope is to maybe get Nate the lawyer, someone to come in here after things have kind of like more come out and been put together, to have him explain not an opinion on this situation, but just a general opinion like he does. Now, the reason that I think it's good that I waited and didn't go live yesterday is because Molly did a few things that completely contradict her claim that there's nothing going on and everything's okay and all this stuff, okay? Now that thing that Molly did is days before this all happened. So it would have been like Thursday or Friday, a few days ago. Molly deletes some videos from both of her channels. Now, the next day, she went to the Molly GOLIGHTLY live channel. It's called Live with, hey, Breezy, good to see you. Lynn, hey, the monsters, I used to drink them, but they started to make my heart flutter. So I had to switch to Red Bull. But Red Bull doesn't do it to me. It actually works good. Molly had deleted videos. And then on the Live with Molly GOLIGHTLY channel, is where she did a stream inciting and requesting and doxing me to her knowledge that I reported to YouTube. She has deleted this from Live with Molly Golightly. So I don't know why Molly is allowed by her own kind of, like, Molly's one of those entitled people, or like rules for thee but not for me, right? So Molly can do whatever she wants. She can delete her videos, act however she wants, and she's not evil, she's not bad. But anyone else, if they don't do those things, they're nice the whole time they interact with her, they do their best to just get the info to you, is the worst people in the world. Now, she's gone back again to targeting Dre, and basically she's trying to, I think, punish Dre, because we're going to talk about all this tonight. This is the update. She's trying to punish Dre because she won't explain why she deleted all these videos. She won't explain why she has, why she's not questioning Letitia right now. Imagine if this would have happened to Dre. Imagine if Dre would have gotten a summons. Imagine if Dre would have gotten in trouble for fundraising money over Marvon for some reason. How would Molly act? Why isn't she acting the same way that she would act towards Dre, towards Letitia? That's what makes this evil and wrong. I mean, I would say it makes it nasty, but it's beyond nasty. She's sitting there taunting Dre over her husband being in this coma, saying that she doesn't want him. No, Molly, that's not how this works. He needs to be in that advanced care facility. So what Molly doesn't realize is she has now insulted all of you, any person out there who has a family member who's in a nursing home, or who have to have advanced care due to cancer, advanced care due to an injury, advanced care due to some issue. And she has said that if you let them go to a facility and get that advanced care around the clock, no matter what you do, no matter if you're visiting them daily, no matter if you're there daily, no matter if you're like doing everything in your power, she's saying that all of you are, you've thrown away your family member. Now, she said this and says that Letitia would love to take care of Marvon. How would Letitia take care of Marvon? She couldn't even go to see him without help. How could Letitia take care of Marvon? Right? She was like more interested in attacking people over wanting a refund when it was their right than she was focusing on the issue of Marvon. But I mean, it doesn't matter what Dre does, and it doesn't matter whether you like or you hate Dre. What matters is if you're not going to be honest about what's going on with this situation, then why in the world are you going to expect people to listen to you? Why in the world are you going to expect people to believe you? And then Molly, of course, thinks it's just, the craziest thing ever that you and I look at what Molly's doing and we say to ourselves, there's a reason that she's acting this way. Because there is a reason. It's not like people do this for no reason. So anyway, that's the update, is that she's the update isn't everything I just said. The update is, instead of her telling us what's going on with Letitia, having Letitia on the show to actually prove that, maybe like she would want Letitia to get up there and talk about stuff, and like she's trying to say that Letitia is the good guy, Dre is the horrible, evil person. I don't even understand how, if Dre was the most evil person in the world, why do you get to make fun of Marvon? Why do you get to make fun of his situation to attack Dre? Even if Dre's the most evil person ever, it's equally disrespecting Marvon. But that's not even the kicker, okay? That's not even the kicker. Molly, who thinks that she's the queen of YouTube terms of service, somehow talks about how she says that Dre's children are afraid of her. She doesn't explain why. She doesn't do anything to justify what she's saying. Are you feeling me? And she is literally attacking these poor kids, attacking Dre with using the kids. How does that relate to anything that's going on? It's just crazy to me. Now, YouTube has extremely strict terms of service. Doesn't mean you can't bring up someone's kid, but it has strict terms of service with what you can say and how you can treat them. So I know, me mentioning this, I'm the worst guy ever for mentioning this, but it's just true. It's true. And again, everything she says is the exact opposite of how we've seen the kids act on video in other situations. Like, it's the exact opposite of the investigation done by the hospital ethics committee. They forget that they are the ones who said that they went to the ethics committee and the ethics committee heard them. They forget they said that. They wouldn't. So now you're saying that the ethics committee at the hospital didn't do their job and just let Dre do this? What? Are you joking? Now, exactly, Ice Queen. She always has to be a villain, or she has to have a villain. It pays. Yeah, it does for her. It does. But for her to think she can criticize how other YouTubers do what they do, it's just laughable. It's why when they sit and try to play that game with me, I just laugh at them. I just laugh at them. I just laugh. I'm not letting them play that game with me. They're invalidating their opinion. They're acting as if they get to judge other people. They're the worst judges of character. Anyone supporting Molly right now, and they're not actively calling Molly out for what she's doing in her chat, asking her to explain why she's doing X, Y, and Z.
In the beginning, he says that he's giving an update and he's repeating from Down the Rabbit Hole News. From what I heard from Down the Rabbit Hole News, when she broke this news and gave the exclusive, she did not mention anything about this being an harassment issue or a fundraiser issue. So do not say, Unirock, that you are repeating from Down the Rabbit Hole News, because she did not mention any of this, which if you go back and listen to your own video, you said according to the Dono Gals, that is where you got this information. So that's why I said to you guys, pay attention, because it seems as though Unirock has been communicating with the Dono Gals, but doesn't want to safeguard himself by putting out information that he himself is not certain of. So he piggybacked off of her breaking news and embellished on the story by inserting what he knows, what he's heard from the Dono Gals. But he's not confident enough to actually put it out there, if that makes sense to anybody. And in his previous video he made, he said that Molly Golightly deleted, 400,000 views? Now he's escalated it to 500,000, then he brings it down to 300 to 350 between channels. It's like, how do you keep up? He's accusing Molly of inciting, doxing, and harassing him. Unirock, what are you doing to Miss Letitia? I would call it harassment. You cannot do the right thing, do your due diligence. King of bringing down fraudulent fundraisers, why are you not doing the proper research? Why do you insist on dragging Miss Letitia? You fully aware how what you're doing and others following your lead is doing by going and harassing her, making all these videos about the type of person that she is. She's a scammer. She's not showing proof. It's affecting her health and her livelihood, Unirock, which you fail to accept and acknowledge. She's hurting just as much as Dre is, the same one that you taking up for. Go back and watch some of her videos. I'm talking about Dre's videos. Some that are so disturbing.
Ray McRae admitting to causing Von McRae's seizures.
There's no other ingredient besides cayenne pepper, and it's 80,000 heat units. My herbalist has 160,000. These pills had 80,000. Mind you, in between, while all this is happening, I know full well that this is my causing. Full well. In fact, after the very first seizure, I sat my kids down individually and apologized to them. In fact, my oldest daughter, she was the first person who I had apologized to, and I had told her, baby, I'm the reason why daddy's having a seizure. And she literally looked at me and she was like, I know. She was cutting her mango. She looked at me, she's like, I know, and keeps cutting her mango. And she was upset, and I feel like she had a right to be, especially because I checked the girls' energy. Like, I tell them, you guys need to be careful about the energy.
And some of them that are quite recent. What you are accusing others of by supporting Molly Golightly, Justin, or LB, you're doing the same for Dre McRae. Because you feel Molly Golightly is punishing Dre, you're taking upon yourself to punish Miss Letitia, the mother of Marvon. You want to be an arsehole and take a jab at Miss Letitia and maliciously say, how would she be able to take care of him if she couldn't even go see him? Are you fucking for real? That's a low blow. You are just a low-life, disgusting, vile, unmerciful, heartless piece of shit, in my opinion. Has an investigation been done, Unirock? You say Miss Letitia is going to be arrested because as I am recording this, the GoFundMe is still up. So when you are being accused of running a scam or being accused of fraudulently doing donations, wouldn't all that be taken down for an investigation has been done or is being done? Please enlighten me, because I am totally ignorant to all this kind of stuff. I am. But to me, it's only common sense that if you've been investigation for a fraudulent fundraiser like a GoFundMe, they will take it down. So you cannot profit no longer. Because according to you, when you are given a summons, they have enough evidence. Evidence of what? Of people that are just now going and trying to be just as fucked up as you are, in my opinion, going and claiming a refund because they feel they just want to get back at Miss Letitia or get back at whoever and claim their money back. The only person that put out that call of action was, and you guys saw it, in my opinion, Katie Joy. She was the only one that's butthurt that she couldn't be the head bitch in charge. That's where, in my opinion, it all stemmed from. You see, Unirock, what you are doing here is just as dangerous because you are inciting people. You're the one that made mention of you going to have some email address where people can go and report all this shit. You haven't even fucking done your due diligence and investigated this. You sitting on your channel with ex-Facebook members that started Facebook pages to actually help Marvon, and you have them in your chat and you're getting a timeline from them. They're the same people that tried to help Miss Letitia in the beginning, or in my opinion, used Miss Letitia as a pawn to get back at Dre, to try bring Dre down. And may I add, as he said, and I quote, if the Dono gals are telling the truth. So there you go. Brings you right back to the beginning. He's not confident enough. He himself doesn't even believe, fully 100% believe these Dono gals. Really, Unirock? So what is this all about? You just yapping your mouth there on things that you aren't even confident about, that you're going off what other people are telling you. Too fucking lazy to do your own research. At the end of the day, you guys, allegedly there's a summons out for Miss Letitia. Let the chips fall where they may. Let the investigation be done. Let this whole thing be sorted out. And once again, as I say, if Miss Letitia is innocent and all this was false and these people were just being fucking malicious and hurtful towards this woman, we'll deal with it then. Because the only person that actually asked for a refund that I mentioned before, and I've showed you proof, where she was, after having a conversation with Miss Letitia, quite comfortable with not getting her refund back. So this is getting out of control. And if you think this is the end, no, this is not the end. Because I feel Down the Rabbit Hole needs to watch her back in regard to Unirock. He lies so much. He's taking what she's putting out there and he's taking it and twisting and making her seem to be on their side. That's why I see it. So you guys, there will be a part 2 of this coming soon because Unirock actually went on Down the Rabbit Hole News' panel and spewed a whole lot of lies. Thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. And please be kind to one another. Stay safe out there and don't forget, make good memories. Bye guys.